Hey everybody, so today I'm here to do the Mommy 3.0 tag. I came up with these questions as a spin-off off of the first two Mommy tags. I tried to come up with questions that were fun and different, and I hope you guys enjoy them. I will have all the questions left in the drop box down below. If you would like to try it out, definitely please do. I have the questions over here on my laptop, so I'm going to be looking to the side, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first question is, what has been the most surprising or unexpected way that motherhood has changed you? And for me, that would be me being comfortable with not wearing any makeup. That was something that I really never did before having kids. I kind of reserved that for when I was at home, or if I was really running late to work or something, that I wouldn't wear makeup really. But with motherhood, you just put other people's needs ahead of your own, and a lot of the time their wants too ahead of yours. So that was one of the first things that started to kind of fall away, was me doing my makeup all the time. I still do it if I have like a really big filming day, if I just want to look nice, or if I'm going to go out with my husband, but I typically don't wear it, and I'm very comfortable in my own skin now. Most of my videos now, I really don't wear that much makeup. You can definitely tell a difference if you go and look at my first YouTube videos. Like, I'm always like in full on makeup, but as you progress into my channel, you see me wear less and less. And that's not that I wanted to stop trying. I know that's kind of like a thing people think, but it's not that I'm not trying. It's that I'm comfortable in my own skin and I don't feel the need to wear it anymore, and I don't even want to. So that is one way it has definitely changed me. I'm sorry if the lighting's gonna be all weird. It doesn't know what to do outside weather-wise. The second question is, how do you feel about your postpartum body? Now, before I ever had kids, I was really anxious about that. Like, that was one of the things that I would always think about, always worry about, and look up things and pin them on Pinterest ahead of time. But honestly, when you go through the process of carrying a baby and bringing them into the world, I think that's one of the last things you ever really worry about anymore. I'm sure there are some people who that's really important to, and kudos to them, but that was just something that fell to the wayside for me. And I remember it didn't happen until like halfway through my pregnancy with Sophie that I was like that, because I started getting stretch marks on my stomach, and despite oils, creams, lotions galore, it was still happening. And I just kind of had to be okay with that. And I realized that if I didn't have these stretch marks, I wouldn't have my daughter. So I don't really, beat myself up over my body. It's not ever going to be perfect ever again, but if that's the price of having my kids, I'm totally okay with it. Now, that being said, I would like to get in better shape. Definitely back to when I thought I was fat before kids, but that comes with time. Number 3 is, do or did you baby wear? And if you do or did, what is your favorite carrier? So I do baby wear, and I have in the past. And my favorite carrier just kind of depends on their age group. With like the newborn stage, I would say until about 3 months, I really love a wrap. My favorite is the Solly Baby Wrap. But then after 3 months, like that 3-4 month period, I would say it really could lean either way. It just kind of depends on what I'm looking for, like what activities we're going to be doing while I'm baby wearing. But after that generally 3-month mark, I tend to like a soft structure carrier, and my favorite is the Ergo Performance. I think that's what it's called, but I definitely love those two baby carriers. Number 4 is, what do you use nap time for? That kind of varies from day to day, but I typically either use it for cleaning or for getting work done. Like right now it's nap time, so I'm filming obviously. I think yesterday I used nap time to actually like write up my notes and stuff for a couple of different videos. But the day before that, I did a lot of cleaning because the house needed clean. So it just kind of depends. But if I'm having a rough day, I won't do either of those, and I will just use nap time for silence. Number 5, one mealtime must-have. This changed mealtime for us completely when we found them. And I'm not even sure where I heard of them. I'm sure it was a YouTube video of another mom suggesting them. But it's the silicone wipe off bibs. Basically, you can just wipe them off, and I just constantly throw mine in the sink and I wash it with the dishes when I'm doing our regular ones, and they're amazing. They stain if you have like red sauce or something crazy on them, but other than that, they come perfectly clean. And I mean, it's mealtime, who cares? And it's really nice because they can still fold up and like go in your diaper bag, and then when you're done you can wipe it completely clean with a baby wipe and throw it back in your diaper bag. They're just amazing. Definitely a must have for us. Number 6 is, what is one piece of advice or insight you wish someone would have given you? Do not worry about the nursery for a while. I was such a stickler that we had to get it done for Sophie before she was born, and she never slept in it. We ended up moving before she moved to her own room, so she never slept in that one. Both the girls moved into their own room when they were 9 months old. I personally like it that way. I mean, if you plan on having them sleep in their own room from the start, definitely, you know, get the nursery done. But we wanted to have them in our room and have them nap in there and everything, so there wasn't a real necessity to having it done, and it just put a whole bunch of pressure on you when you could be getting 1,000 other things done. So number 7 is baby, toddler, or kid products that aren't worth the hype. I wanted to put a little bit of an age difference in there just for moms who may have older kids, but as for me, I have 2 small kids, and definitely baby shoes and receiving blankets. I was given and told I would need those 2 things all the time, but quite frankly, I could never find baby shoes to stay on their feet, so it was kind of pointless because they were constantly taking them off, and it was just kind of like a waste of money because they were either constantly taking them off and driving me nuts, or they kicked them off like once or twice and I was done and I never used them again. So it kind of went both ways. And then receiving blankets, I got a lot at my baby shower, and I was told how much you would use them and stuff, but I honestly never did. So those 2 were definitely not worth the hype for me. Number 8 is baby, toddler, and kid products that are worth the hype. So this one for me is pretty easy. I'm a big Sophie the Giraffe lover, and I also love muslin blankets. I literally probably have over 10 muslin blankets. I shouldn't admit that on camera, but it's true. So the Sophie the Giraffe really is great. I know some people call it like an overpriced dog toy, but my kids have both loved it, and the muslin blankets really are amazing. It kind of blew up around the time I was pregnant with Sophie, but I only had 4 with her, and I remember thinking when she was a baby I wanted so many more because she was a reflux baby, so she had a ton of spit up all the time, so we were constantly washing them, which was okay, but I just wish that I had more because I felt like I was constantly running out of them. And they are so versatile. You can use them as a swaddle blanket, you can use them as a regular blanket when they're too big to be swaddled, you can use them as a burp rag. I've used it as a pumping and nursing cover. You name it, it can be done with those, and they make such pretty designs on them. You could use them for like photo backdrops and all kinds of crazy stuff, so I definitely think those are worth the hype. Number 9 is extended rear facing, yay or nay. Now this is definitely a yay for us. We are totally anticipating to leave Sophie rear facing, well, and Remy, but that's not negotiable because she's in an infant carrier right now. But Sophie being in her convertible car seat, she will stay rear facing as long as she's within those limits. The second she is over those limits, she will be face forward. I don't feel like I need to explain why extended rear facing is a thing. If you have any questions, definitely Google it. There's tons of information out there, but I am definitely one of those moms who advocates for it. It's really important to me. Car seat safety in general, I'm kind of a freak about, so definitely a yay for us, and I plan on keeping both the girls rear facing until then. Number 10, what is your first thought in the morning? Typically, I wake up before my kids are up, so I wake up to go pump, do my morning pump session since I am an exclusive pumper, and I'm normally thinking about how engorged I feel and how badly I need to pump, and that's basically what's on my mind. So number 11 is, what is a mom confession of yours? And that is definitely that I use my toddler's silverware when I run out of my own. I've done it on multiple occasions, but I mean, it's convenient. Number 12 is you're hiding in the bathroom or huddled over the trash can trying to eat as fast as possible so you don't have to share. What are you eating? It would definitely probably be some kind of treat, whether it's my dairy-free ice cream or marshmallows. Sophie is a marshmallow freak, but she would eat the entire bag if I let her. So if I want to have marshmallows, but maybe she hasn't done anything to deserve them that day, I will like seriously hide wherever I need to just so I don't have to share that stuff. Number 13 is you get a whole day kid-free where money is no object. What do you do? So I would want to go shopping, like the craft store, Barnes and Noble, get some clothes for myself, and then I would definitely want to like get my hair done, not just cut, but you know, styled too, so I can be looking nice, because I'm gonna meet up with Mark and we're gonna go to Longhorn, and I'm gonna have like 2 margaritas instead of just one, and all my usual Longhorn favorites there. You guys know how I feel about Longhorn, it's the best. So after that, we would definitely go to like Best Buy and buy ourselves a new washer and dryer, or Home Depot, because that's where I saw the one that I want at. I know that sounds really lame, but that honestly would be like the best day ever. Number 14 is what is the meaning behind your children's names? Our kids' names are strictly what we were able to agree upon. Mark is super particular about the names that he likes, because if he knows one person with that name, he immediately like associates them with it. And if he doesn't like that person, then we're not gonna have that name. So it was definitely really hard to find stuff to agree upon. And with Sophie's middle name, it was Ray, because I literally gave up with trying any kind of suggestions with him, and I said, you just pick it, it just has to be between these said names, I don't care. And he picked Ray. So Sophie's name is Sophie Ray, and obviously, like I said, we just like Sophie. And then Remy and Olivia, which is her name, we liked both of those names, and we couldn't really decide which one we liked more to name her. And the thing about Remy is we couldn't figure out a middle name that we liked to go with it if we wanted to pick that one. So it just seemed like it went together, like Remy Olivia, and it does. And that's just how her name came about. So like I said, it's just names that we like. So number 15 is what is your favorite thing to do with your kids? With Sophie, I think it is definitely singing along and dancing to the different Disney songs that she likes. Like she likes Frozen and Brave and Tangled, and she likes all the songs that go with them. So she loves dancing around and singing to them, and she loves when other people join her. So I love doing that. And with Remy, I would say either playing peekaboo or baby wearing, because like I said, she really does love to baby wear. She is a mama's girl. She will yell for me the second I leave a room. So she really likes to be with me, and she really loves to be worn. So I like doing that with her. Number 16 is how has your attitude or outlook on life changed since having children? I think that obviously time is very precious. That's something you hear a lot when you're pregnant or a new mom, and you kind of get sick of hearing it, but it's really true. And once you watch your kids grow up, you understand that as well. I also feel like loving Mark in a totally different way was something that was really great about having kids, and it kind of opens up your eyes because you love the person that you're with for who they are, but then when they become something more, that's just another way to love them. So that was really awesome. And also letting go of control. That is a really big one for me. I am a control freak. I really like to do everything myself and have my way about things. And the funny thing about kids is they don't care. And they don't care about what you want, and they don't care about when you want it. So it's definitely been a different experience of having to give that control up, especially for the sake of your own sanity sometimes. So that has been like the 3 major ways my outlook on life has changed. Number 17 is what is one thing you've slacked on since becoming a mom that you really want to get in the habit of again? And that is reading. Number 18 is what is your favorite way to unwind after a long day of momming? And that is definitely relaxing on the couch, watching something with Mark on TV, that is just a cure-all for me. It sounds super simple, but honestly it is. You know, with kids, you don't get to sit on the couch and just veg all day and not move because someone always needs something. So to sit there and lay there and not be responsible for anything for a little bit feels really great. Also, when we move in the future, I will be so excited to take baths again. I can't wait to like get a nice bath bomb and light a candle and sit in my bathtub. I really, really miss it because we only have a standing shower in our house now. Number 19 is finish this sentence. One day I think I'm really going to miss this phase in life. You know, right now my kids are so small that they live and breathe for Mark and I. Like, we are the coolest people in the world to them. Like, doesn't get cooler than mom and dad. And I think I'm really gonna miss that. I really like that phrase, full hands, fuller heart. That's definitely how I feel. You know, having small kids close together, not close together, I mean kids in general, but you know, having kids is a handful, but you know, when they grow up and you're gonna have this quiet, well-kept house, I really feel like we're all gonna miss this period. So the last question, number 20, is what is one thing about mom life you hope becomes normalized? And that is two things that are near and dear to my heart: breastfeeding and loss. Now, the breastfeeding, I mean all forms of breastfeeding. You know, breastfeeding doesn't mean only nursing. I'm talking about exclusively pumping, exclusively nursing, pumping and nursing, syringe feeding, donor milk. If you feed your child breast milk, you are breastfeeding. So there's lots of different things that come with that, but I think just in general, people being more open and accepting of that, I would really hope that that's in the near future. And loss, whether it be pregnancy loss, infant loss, child loss, whatever, I just feel like parents shouldn't have to grieve in silence. Those are some very, very hard emotions to deal with, and they can be very isolating, and it can make you feel lonely. And I just think that if you go through something that horrific, you shouldn't have to feel like that on top of it. So I hope one day, you know, people treat these subjects a little less taboo, because I just feel like it would better us as humans. So those are all the questions that I came up with for this Mommy 3.0 tag. You guys said you wanted to see it, so I definitely want to deliver. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm really sorry about the lighting. It was really all over the place this entire video, but please let me know if you do it down below. I would love to watch your video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.